Guys, welcome to my new video today. Last week I did a video on trading and I did explain some things, but I did not go into enough detail, especially on exactly what I do with levels, how to identify levels, and just overall I did not explain too much detail. But this video we're going to do exactly that, but also go over how do I find my levels, how do I use my targets that I use on my watch list and trade ideas every single day, and how to go with it. So we're gonna start off from scratch using the video from February 15th. So let's go ahead and go back there, trade that day, and see how it goes with the video. Now, always start off with patterns on the video just to find anything that you see on the pattern is going to help you. It's going to help you big time when you are day trading, especially swinging. But right now we're day trading, but the pattern will always help you. Pattern will always help you increase your conviction into the stock, and you will see why later on in the video. Now, on the weekly chart right here on the video, we do have a big triangle, but that doesn't really matter right now because we're not looking for 5 weeks out. We're day trading right here. So I'm gonna go on my daily chart right here and see what's going on. So when you're day trading, you really don't have to look for anything that's out of the range of your levels around. Let's say Nvidia is at 242 right now. We don't have to look at 270, or we don't have to look at 200 right now. We only have to look at a small little range when you're day trading. Okay, so if you're doing a swing trading, let's say 2 to 4 weeks out, you can go higher in the ranges, up and down. But we're day trading, so let's go ahead and set our levels. So let's say I'm preparing for tomorrow for February 15th, and let's go ahead and start off right here with a little tiny candle right here. So we have a little bit of a double bottom right here from yesterday's candle, from the resistance and support right here. So let's go ahead and plot our first support right here, which is going to be at, let's fix this real quick. So first support right here, 237.70 right here on the video. Why? Because we're day trading, we're only going to be using certain levels in this tiny little range right here. And I don't think the video is really going to move $50 up and down today. Only really going to move about usually $5 to $10 a day on an average. So let's go ahead, put our support right here. We're going to call it daily support right here. So we're going to put that orange just so the color is pretty much a negative side. And for upside target, we are going to look for resistance. So now, where are we going to go from here? I don't think we could go over here tomorrow, but that is a possibility. So let's go ahead and put our resistance and see if we can break yesterday's range resistance. And we're going to look into why this is important. So we're going to call this daily resistance 1. And we're going to put that green, or we can actually put calls over. Why? Because once a stock breaks over a certain level range resistance, that is going to be typically bullish for the stock to continue higher. So right here, first thing we have inside our trading plan right here for the video, every single day, every single trade, every single chart that you go over should always come with the plan. So first thing I already have right here is over 248.75 is going to be calls. And we're going to trade it. Under 237.70 is going to be puts. And let's go ahead and see what our target for puts are. Looks like it's going to be at 230.50 right here, where we previously bounced big time or set a launch pad off this level at 230.52. Right now we're on daily chart. Once again, I will explain later why this is going to be a support right here. But right now we're focusing on 248.75 and 237.70. Now, what if you break upside? What is our next target? Our next target is going to be anywhere in this range right here And we're going to zoom out and see what we have on the smaller time frame and see where the next resistance is. So over here, if you see a candle like this, usually your next resistance can be all the way up here because this is just a full body candle downside, or it could be full body candle upside. So it's a big move upside that is incoming for the video. Now let's go on the hourly chart and dig deeper to see if there's any smaller resistances, just in case we get a rejection in any of these levels right here. So possible targets right here over 248.75. It could be around 255. It could be at 260, or it could be at 270. So 255, 260, 270. So now let's go over here on a daily chart and see what is around those levels right here. So we have a 261.60 right here, and then we also have a 265. So possibly we could get to the 100-day moving average right here due to this big resistance right here on daily chart. That could be our target. So let's go ahead and put 261.62, 261.52 as our target, and maybe even 265, since it's very close right here. And if we break this range, I believe the 100-day moving average, 100-day moving average will be your next resistance, because usually moving averages are acting as magnets. So let's go over here. Over 248.75 calls to 261.52, and possibly go over here and see 100-day right here is going to be around 265.22. And you can also look over here on your top right here on the chart. It will tell you 265.32, which is the pink line right here. 265.32 100-day moving average on daily chart. Now, what happens if we break below this 237.70 support right here? Targets will be at 230.52. Now let's go ahead and see what can happen with these levels right here on the video. 265. This will be 100-day right here. Target 2. And for 248.75, we're going to put this blue, since this will be my trigger for calls, and this will be my trigger for puts, and the orange will be my support. So let's go ahead and get out of here and see how we go with these levels right here. So this is my trading setup right here for certain tickers. Let's say I'm trading individual stocks. This is how I have it set up. I usually have 5 minutes right here, 15 minutes, 1 hour, and daily charts. Sometimes while I am scanning through, I usually change up the time frames to look in the bigger picture and the smaller picture. So I can usually typically go through weekly chart, monthly chart, 4 hours, or 15 minutes. I just scan through time frames. But right now we have the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, we have the hourly, and we also have the daily chart right here. So daily chart, very important to watch it since we are close to the moving averages. And let's see if we can get the 200 or 230 or the 100-day moving average right here. So we have our trade plan ready. We're going to start the market and see how we go right here. So our goal for NVIDIA is to break 248.75 or break 237.73, which you can see you have a nice little double bottom right here on the daily chart right here. So once we break below this, we are going to continue lower towards 235.52, which you can see over here. 237.70 under that is going to be puts for a move towards this big candle right here at 230.50. So now let's go ahead and see what happens in the markets when we open it. And let's go ahead and open the market. So right now the market is just opening. So NVIDIA is currently breaking the range resistance right here at 248.75. And typically what I do is I usually wait 30 minutes for the market to open, because that will give you the best direction. It'll be safest risk, and you don't want to be jumping in right away because that's very chaos, too high volatility, and the volume is extremely high. So let's go ahead and continue waiting and see what happens. So right now it is looking bullish because we are breaking over to 48.75 resistance. So let's go ahead and skip a little bit to about 640, 10 minutes later, and see what happened right here. So my goal, so Nvidia is currently bullish. Currently bullish right now. Loading currently. So looks like we're showing some strength above this 248.75. We are continuing higher. It looks like we're pulling back slowly to see if we can hold that. Because usually, once again, like I said, the first 30 minutes is very volatile. But since the setup is looking so good, I do believe this can hold, and the volume is extremely high. So volatility will stabilize the stock. So far looking good. I do think we should be able to grab some calls right here and see how we go, since we're having a little bit of a dip right here. So let's say the market is currently on a Tuesday, I believe. Let's go ahead and check real quick. Yep, Tuesday. So February 25th. Or 18th. So this is going to be Friday, weekly. Since we're day trading, we can do a weekly call. So let's go ahead and see how we can do with this one. So let's say 265. It depends on your account size, but right now we'll just go 260 since it has some good amount of open interest and some good amount of volume already. So 260 calls are picking up right now. So we can let's just pick up a couple right now. We'll do 5 just to play around. So right now spreads are not that bad. It's between 7 and 7.15, and it's only about $10 right there. So not bad. Volume is high. We should be able to get it with some easy execution. And let's see how that goes. So currently we are in a 5+ Nvidia 218, 260 call. And our entry is 7.20. So let's see how we go in the next few minutes in the market. So moving averages are catching up right here. And we had to fix this as well. This is going to be by 9. Well, actually, that's supposed to be exponential. Exponential is going to be 9 EMA. So what I do is always use my EMAs for day trading. 9 EMA and 20 SMA. And also the VWAP, but it's too cluttery right now, so we're just going to avoid that. We're going to also fix this real quick, so we can show the pre-market prices, and the moving averages will be fixed. All right, there you go. So looks like pre-market did have a nice move upside. We came back down, so we're just chopping up and down, up and down. And right where we sold off, right before the market opened, 248.75 was support. So it looks like it's still consolidating. It's slowing down in volume right here. For the next 15 minutes, let's go ahead and go skip ahead again and see what happens from here. So hourly chart looks good. The volume is picking up right here. Daily also looks very good as well, since we're breaking over this range right here, which you can see we are breaking yesterday's range. And the reason why this is a bullish setup, because we did struggle to break this certain range right here at 248.75. So we broke a resistance, and now we are testing that previous resistance as support right here on my 15 minutes. 5 minutes also did held as well. It's a very good sign for both of them. Things are looking good so far. Our goal is for NVIDIA to continue higher towards 261.52 and 265.40, which I'm not sure if it can get today. That is going to be a 100-day moving average on a daily chart. So we're going to skip ahead once again and see what happens right here. So as long as 90 MA 20 moving average holds as supports, depends on your time frame. 5 minutes, you can cut it for sooner exit, or 15 minutes or a longer trend, but can exit later than sooner. So these two time frames do have a different, very, very different entry and exit price times. So 5 minutes is usually quicker to exit, but it can break the trend easier than the 15 minutes. So what I do is I usually use the 5 minutes for entry, and I use the 15 minutes for a longer trend and hold it as long as the moving averages are holding. And I will use the 5 minutes for exit as well. So it looks like NVIDIA is skyrocketing off my support right here on 248.75. And we're very, very close to my 261.52 target. NVIDIA is up 6% now. So let's see how we are doing on my weeklies. Let's go ahead on the monitor and see how we're doing. So we're up 1262 right now. We do have entry is 720. They are currently 982. And moving averages are very extended. So the price is extended right now, and moving average is just around right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple right here and see what happens from here on. So we're going to do 2 for now, just scale out, take some profits, since I do believe that it's a little bit too extended right here. You can see right here, the past couple days, from 261 to 248, we did have a straight downtrend. And that is possibly what could happen from 248 to 261. So it's a bit of a reverse trend right here that NVIDIA is making. So let's see how we go in the next few minutes. So we sold 2 right here, sold 2 at 10.22. So we sold 2 at 5 at 10.22, and we have 3 left over. Open position, we're currently still up 9.15 with these last 3 calls that we currently have. So let's go ahead and skip ahead and see how we do right here on video. Waiting for data to load. So since NVIDIA is skyrocketing right off the moving averages and volume is picking up big time, I do believe there will be more continuation higher, but I do also believe that there can be a consolidation ahead just so the moving averages can catch up. There we go. We do have some consolidation now. So it does look like we're setting up a little bit of a bull flag right here. So let's go on the 1 minute chart and see what that exactly is. A little bit of a bull flag right here. Bull flag right here. So it's consolidating after we were pretty much overextended from our moving averages on our 5 minute chart and 15 minutes. But so far, first hourly candle does look really good. Daily chart looks really good as well. Let's see what happens in the next 10 minutes right here in the market. Building a bull flag still. We're going to extend it, see what happens from there. So bull flag is typically a very bullish pattern that is formed every single time frame. And Very easy to trade. You can look it up on Google Images. Typically, when it happens when a price hasn't moved higher and starts pulling back a little bit and consolidates, and literally looks like a flag, like a normal pull flag. So it looks like this uptrend. This is your pull right here, and this is your flag right here. So usually, if you're not into this setup yet, you can always wait for the break on the bull flag, or you can buy inside the bull flag and see what happens with higher risk. But for me, I'm already in since the open right now. So right now, the setup still looks bullish. I am going to keep holding it, and I do believe that the bull flag can break out higher. So let's go ahead and skip a little bit one more time and see what happens from here. And one advice I would give you guys, I would never, ever use 1 minute charts ever for day trading. For that reason, is because the noise is very, very noisy. It can shake you out very easily due to these easy little small candles that have a big move upside and downside. And this can always shake you out and make you sell too early or sell too late. So always use a 5 minutes, 15 minutes minimum for day trading. Minimum. Now look at that, bull flag broke out, looking good so far. It looks like we're going to continue higher. And just like I said 5 minutes ago, the 9 movement average finally caught up right here when we finally consolidated for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes right here. EMA caught up. So it looks like NVIDIA is doing very, very well right here, and we're going to continue higher towards my first target at 261.52. So looking very good so far. We're going to skip ahead again and see what happens from here. So data is loading one more time. Let's give it a couple seconds. First target is almost hit. We are going to most likely sell, I would say, 2 more, since that is our bigger resistance right here. And the reason why I will sell them, most of it, is because this is a big resistance, and it could be a supply zone resistance. This could be a wall that bears will take over and start making that 261.50 as resistance and reject and come back down. That's a possibility. So that is why I'm going to take 2 more off the table and let 1 ride, just in case we get that 261.50 break and push towards 265.40. So let's go ahead, skip ahead one more time and see what happens from here. Give it a couple seconds right here. So plan is doing perfectly well. We are playing the upside right here, which we planned out earlier in the video. Over 248.75, calls to 261.50, possibly 265 if market does continue higher on daily charts. Under 237.70 puts you to 230.52, which has never happened today. So this is not the plan anymore. We're going to get rid of it. And NVIDIA is currently bullish. We bought 5 NVIDIA 260 contracts at 720 each. And I will be holding it as long as 9 EMA and 20 movement averages hold as supports on the trend. 5 minutes for sooner entry or exit, and 15 minutes holding it for the trend on my movement averages. But if you are using 15 minutes for exit and entry, it will give you a later exit and entry signals. Right now, market is still consolidating right here. So it looks like this could be the end of the video right here, since we're very close to it, and it looks like we're getting a little bit too high right here on the day. So let's take some more off the table, sell 2, let rest ride, and see what happens from there for the second half of the day. Also, I sold 2 out of the 5 for 10.22 each. We have 3 left over. Let's go ahead and sell 2 more for some more profit, and currently at 10.67 right now. So I'm going to sell 2 more. And right now I'm 10.55, 10.70. Let's do the market sell and get rid of them as soon as possible. And I sold 2 at 10.62. 4, 5 at 10.62. And now I have one left over. Let's go ahead and skip ahead and see what happens next hour. And there we go. We hit our 261.60 target. Currently calls are, I don't think this is right, but let's go ahead and give it a couple seconds to load the data. Give it a couple minutes. Data is loading right here. We are currently starting to break my 261.52. And let's go ahead and back here and see how we reacted to my 261.52 the past couple of days. So it looks like right here, we rejected very hard right here. It started selling off. Let's go ahead back here and see what happened right here. So we had to move up. Looks like a little bit of a double top right here. It started falling back. And now that is acting as resistance. So this could be the top right here from NVIDIA. But that is also why I have one left over just in case we actually do break that this time and push towards my 100-day, since it is very close right here on my pink line. So let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit more and see how it goes. So my position will be kept as long as my movement averages are holding on either my 5 minutes or 15 minutes, as long as you like. You can see right here, the EMA is catching up very slowly. It's not right on the candles, just like the 5 minutes is. You can see how strong this 9 EMA is holding on the 5-minute chart. So you can always use your 9 EMA in a 5-minute chart for your exits, or sooner exits than your 15. Otherwise, you're going to be very late, and it's going to take a couple candles under 15 minutes to give you an exit signal. So it looks like we broke 261.52 on 5-minute charts. So it looks like we're building a little bit of a flag right here. What could be a potential leg up higher. So I will keep holding it as long as things are looking bullish for the video. I'm gonna go ahead and skip a little bit. Let's go ahead and skip 1 hour ahead and see how that goes. All right, there we go. We are falling back. Looks like market is slowing down, but I still have one more. And we are still up nicely on it as well. So I'm not going to sell it yet. I will actually use my 15 minutes for my exit. So you can see how, if we use the 5 minutes right here on my 9 EMA for exit, we could have sold it at 262.40 right here for the break right here. If we use the 15 minutes, we still would have not been out right here because we haven't broken that 9 EMA yet. So very important to know which time frames to use for your exit and your entries. Well, I will continue to hold it as long as this is holding, but let's go ahead and skip one more time and see what happens with this one right here. If it's confirmed broken, I will sell the rest of it. So still slowing down right here. But the 15 minutes is looking like it's going to hold. You can see holding that candle very closely. Let's skip one more time and see what happens with this right here. We'll give it a couple of seconds right here. All right, my email broke on 15 minutes. We are going to exit and we can possibly find a re-entry on my 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and sell the rest of it at 10.57. We sold the rest at 10.52. So 5 out of 5 at 10.52. We sold the rest, and I will be looking for a re-entry on 90-minute break, 5 minutes or 15 minutes, whichever comes first. It will most likely be the 90 MA on the 5-minute charts. Let's go ahead and see what happens with this right here. So right now setups are looking like a slowdown right here, but we're going to do a downtrend right here. And we might likely buy on the downtrend break, which looks like it's happening right now, but we're going to skip a little bit ahead and see what happens from here. And there you go. The downtrend broke. We are moving higher. I do believe we can break that 261.52 and start pushing towards the 100-day. So let's go ahead and buy a couple of some new calls right here. So what we did was we sold the rest of my video for $1,620 profit. We will do a re-entry on my 218 February 18th with a couple of 265s once again. So let's go ahead and buy 5 more with the market price 915, 920 right now. So not much of a spread right there. We bought 5 at 918. What was my entry? We bought 5 at 9.18. Let's go ahead and see what happens from here. So setups are looking good. We're going to skip ahead and see what happens from here since my moving average broke and my downtrend broke. So NVIDIA overall on the day is still bullish. We just need to make sure we break that 261.50 first, and we continue higher towards the 100-day at 265.40 right here. The volume is slowing down. Typically happens during the middle of the day in the markets from, I would say, 9 a.m. to 11 or 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. And usually that's not the time you want to be trading unless the stock is very, very volatile on the day. So it looks like data is loading once again. 10:15, 10:18. So let's skip ahead a little bit more. All right, so it looks like we're pushing higher. Looking good so far. I really like the setup. I will continue to hold it as long as this is holding right here. And we're very, very close to my 100-day moving average on my daily charts. So I do believe that is going to be the magnet for today. And let's go ahead and skip ahead to 11:28 Pacific time and see what happens from here. Data is loading. Data is loading once again. We'll give it a couple seconds. This needs to reload. This needs to reload. This needs to reload. Still waiting for data to load. There we go. All right. So we are currently 1 hour away. It's currently at 11:29. So we have about an hour and 30 minutes left on the market. Looks like we're consolidating right here, and we are pretty much holding that support right here on my 261 support right here. We're consolidating right above it. So I do believe that we can continue to push higher as long as the support is holding, and I will hold my calls. And also you can see 5 minutes is pretty much consolidating. So usually this happens during consolidation times, consolidation periods on 5 minutes. the 9 EMA is just going up and down between these levels. We can also see the 15 minutes. The 15 minutes 9 EMA is just riding right below these candles. So I will be using my 9 EMA as long as we are holding it on the 15 minutes. And I will use my 5 minutes for an exit once we have a reversal downside. So let's go ahead and skip one more time ahead and see what happens from here. Still consolidating. Let's skip ahead one more time. So we had another pop higher, getting very, very close to 100-day. I do believe that we are going to get that very, very soon before the market closes in about an hour and 10 minutes. We are slowly pushing higher once again. We're very close to my 265.40 target. Let's skip a little bit ahead and see. Oh, there we go. We just hit my 265.40 right on the dot right here. So I do believe this is going to be the top for today because I don't think NVIDIA will continue to push higher at the last hour of the day. So we're going to sell all of my calls right here at 265.40. We are all out. I want to maximize my profit. And we are up nicely on my 260s right here. 265 call, sorry, not 260. We got an entry at 918, 3 days left, which is the weekly call. We got 5. We entered at 918, it's currently at 11. So very nice move right here on NVIDIA. Let's go ahead and sell all of it. Take the max profit right here. So currently 11.10 right now. We will do a market sell to get rid of it as soon as possible. Never, ever do a market sell if the spread is wide. For example, let's say the bid is 10, the asking is 11. You can get screwed over selling at the bidding price and lose hundreds of dollars on your position. Always sell market price when its spread is at least less than $10. Otherwise, you can be screwed over a couple $100. So let's go ahead and see how NVIDIA did the rest of the day. So we're currently at the 100-day. We're here. And we're going to see how this acts for the last 30 minutes of market. Skip ahead a couple more times. So we're out of all of it. 5 at 5 at, we bought 5 at 918. We sold 5 at 1105. So very, very good exit right here. We are all done. 100-day move average hit on NVIDIA. All done for today. And we made a perfectly executed plan right here. Very, very important. Every single day when you do technical analysis, you always want to set up, have a plan just like this. Over 248.75, calls to 261.50, possibly 265.32, 100-day with an average on the daily chart. You also want to plan for puts just in case the market goes bad or the stock goes bad. Now, NVIDIA. Let's see how that did right here. So we hit that 100-day right here. Now we're falling back. You can see we had a nice little ugly candle right here that went from 265 all the way to 263 right here. And now we're slowly coming back up. So I'm out of all of it. I don't have to worry about this anymore. Let's see how it does in the last. And the market's closed right here. So let's see how this closed. We'll give it a couple seconds to load. Still loading. While we're waiting, very important, every single day, every single stock, every single trade, always have a plan, always have a target. Where is your resistance? Where is your support? You have to know what you're exactly doing before you make an execution on trade. Otherwise, you're going to be lost. So right here, perfectly planned out trading plan for February 15th over 248.75, calls at 261. NVIDIA is currently bullish on the day because we opened over that 248.75 resistance, which was acting as support from yesterday's play, yesterday's move right here. And I will hold my positions as long as my 9 movement averages or my 20 is holding for support on the trend upside. I will use my 5 minutes for a sooner exit and entry, or I will use my 15 minutes for a longer trend. So I will keep my position as long as my trend is holding on my 15 minutes. And I can use the exit sooner because the 15 minutes typically is late. And what I did with my first position, we bought 5 at 218, expiration 260 strike, 720 each. We sold 2 out of 5 at 1022, just 2 locks in profits. We sold more at 1062, and we let one ride to hit my resistance. And that was when we hit 261.52. So we sold the rest at 1052. And we also got re-entry when my 9 EMA broke again on my 5 minutes. We bought 5 at 918 for weeklies again at 265 strike. And we held it because my 9 EMA was holding on my 15 minutes and also on my 5 minutes. So I sold all 5 at 1105, couple $100 profit right there. Very, very nice planned out play right there. 100 days, moving average, resistance hit on the NVIDIA today, all done for today. You can see right here, 265.40, perfectly hit. Now we're all done. That's it. Hope you guys learned a lot from this video. Please leave feedback below if you guys learned a lot on day trading, especially planning your trade, finding resistance levels. What is your trigger level for over and for under? So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Please subscribe, please like, and give me feedback if you guys want. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.